Cameron, this is Mr. Rice.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Cameron, the shorter is the sweeter part. Thank
we'll
you.
Have to go over on this other side. And I'll keep it quick. Two, 3 questions.
Thank
Going
you.
to, are you staying with us? Going to a room?
No, I'm gonna pay for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
He's trying to get a golf game.
All right, I'll do an intro and a close, but we're probably just going to cut right to your responses in the studio.
Okay.
So, just be 2, 3 questions. I'll ask you how you're involved. And then
So Cameron, very short.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Quick.
Appreciate it. After you.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
You looking all fancy, man. Maybe I should clean this up a little bit, just run it underneath.
However you want to do it. Oh no, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. No.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Okay, believe
How long, Steve, and I've been doing this tournament now?
Been a while.
I just said we've been doing it for a long time. Okay.
Okay. Hello and welcome to another edition of Marriott MBA Today. Here joining me is the greatest receiver in the history of the world.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Jerry Rice. Jerry, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Thanks.
Just happy to be here.
Thanks for joining us. We're here at the Forever Young charity event, Steve Young, Jerry Rice Bay Area Tournament. I want you to tell our viewers how you got involved in this, how you became involved.
Well, you know, Steve and I, we always try to stay in contact. So we said, hey, look, you know, you're doing this Forever Young Foundation, and to be honest with you, Steve just brought me on board, and you know, it's all about giving back and the 8 to 80.
Yeah.
You know, this is the connection again, and you know, we're having so much fun just raising a lot of money. We got some great sponsors to come in. We have a wonderful facility here at Quarterval, and you know, we always want to stay connected, and we're doing a lot of things together.
That's great. And can you talk a little bit about the 8 to 80?
Well, the 8 to 80 is, my foundation was just the March of Dimes and the Big Brother, Big Sister. Some of the proceeds go to that. Also to the East Palo Alto 49er Academy. We went in there, we built a studio for them. We put computers in that school. And if you want to go into broadcasting, or if you want to be an entertainer, you can do that with that facility. So just giving back, and that's why I think, you know, it's not that I think, this is the reason why Steve and I hooked up.
Okay, well, we all know that you guys did great things on the field, and it's evident today that you're doing even greater things off it.
Yeah, and we're having so much fun.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a win-win.
We scored so many touchdowns together. We had so much fun on the football field, but I think the most rewarding thing is that we're able to give back now, and we're still able to keep this relationship, and hopefully it goes a long way.
That's great. That's great. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to be on our show. And that does it for another edition of Marriott MBA Today. We'll see you next time. Good job. Thank you.
Oh, man, no problem.
I appreciate it.
Anytime.
How's the golf swing?
It's starting to suffer just a little bit because doing a lot of stuff with ESPN.
Okay, so
I'm working.
You're busy.
I got a JOB now.
Okay, all right.
But you know what I find out is that, you know, with the stuff that I'm doing in commentary, doing all this stuff, it keeps me on my toes.
Yeah.
Plus, it keeps me
involved.
That
like you
affiliation.
said. Yeah.
You know, and there are so many teams, so many new guys, and trying to keep up with these guys, and you know, it's crazy. Football is so unpredictable now.
Yeah.
You know.
You ever want to put the pads back on?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you look great. You look great.
Dude,
you look like you'd still do
it's
it.
like every time I look at a game, and I say, I can still do this.
Still do it.
Okay, boys, can I get one picture with the two of you?
But you know what?
I don't see him on
Hey.
my side.
That's right there.
Oh, good.
But I'm sure Steve is probably saying the same thing.
Thank you.
Yeah. He's probably like, I got a couple plays.
Yeah, you guys should get out there.
Oh man.
Seriously?
Define age. You still have a body.
Last year, man, we did something on Monday Night Football. So Steve and I, and we started tossing the ball around.
Oh yeah.
The fans went crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
See, all of a sudden, here I am.
Young
I'm
guy.
running in my suit and in my street shoes. I'm running routes.
Was he hitting you or throwing you
Yeah,
on the head?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you still had the arm.
He probably had to ice that arm down a little bit.
That's great.
I'm wondering if I could do it right.
What do you want?
Well, I'm just thinking all you have to do is welcome to jerryrice.tv, and then later I can get the footage. So.
Welcome to Jerry.
But maybe not the mimosa. And then you ate.
Look at how nice this is out here.
I need to try to make it.
This
This
is
is Jeff
Jerry's.
Nelson. This is Cameron. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
nice to meet you. Cameron Rich.
Cameron, how
Yes,
you doing?
Doing well. Yourself?
Hey, welcome to JerryRice.tv.
Okay, let's see. Throw this on. We'll have to put this one on.
I don't like
Yeah.
it there. It's gotta go here and shade it.
Cameron, tell me
So,
what you're doing.
I understand.
so it's for the BYU program. All the businesses. We get about
No, it's just
10 to
video.
20,000 views. And normally we interview executives, but we're doing a non-profit organization this time. So it's really, is there any particular questions or how are you involved? Is there any way you want to frame this? I'll just ask 2, 3 questions. My first question, I'll ask you what you've been up to.
I want him this way.
Sure.
And then how you're involved.
Well, then come right here. Can you see that right there?
Well, you know, it's kind of interesting. This is in the nonprofit world.
Do I
We are,
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes.
Thank you very much.
I've been doing is teaching leadership as opposed to executive directors of nonprofits and Steve.
Oh,
our
okay.
foundation.
Oh, wow. Okay, that'd be great. If, I'll ask you if there's any particular leadership traits?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. Keep it fast though. Okay, I'll do an intro and a close. We'll probably just cut right
Yeah.
to your. Okay. Hello and welcome to another edition of Marriott MBA. Today, here joining me is Gifford Nelson. Welcome to the show.
Nice to be here.
And quickly, can you give our viewers a catch up on what you've been doing?
Yes, we currently live in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And been down in Houston since 1978. Left BYU after a career in football
Yeah.
there, and moved to Texas and have been there ever since. So we raised our family down there. 6 children, all of them married now.
Oh.
All of them graduated from college. All of them have at least one child, and all of them have a job. That's a good thing.
I still have to go. I still have all 3 of those: job, graduate, and get
You know
married.
what? Everything's going to work out okay for you.
I keep
You're gonna make
hoping.
it.
I keep hoping. So how are you involved with Steve Young and his Forever Young Foundation?
Well, we work very closely together with all the quarterbacks that have ever played at BYU. So if Steve has a function like this, we come and support it. And he does such a wonderful job in the nonprofit world. You know, Steve's been very successful, of course, on the football field. Been very successful in business, but he's also been very successful in the nonprofit world. In fact, his foundation, the Forever Young Foundation, and our family foundation, the One Heart Foundation, have kind of joined together to teach leadership principles to executive directors of nonprofit organizations. Millions of dollars are being poured into the nonprofit world bucket every year, and not a lot of people know where those dollars go. And so we've joined together with the Arbinger Institute, and we have a teaching technique called revolutionizing performance. And so we take them through a couple of days of the basic Arbinger principles, and then we really drill down on the business aspects of their foundation. And it has been so accountable and so good, and it's very exciting what we're doing. So we're doing a few things together.
Okay. Do you have any specific leadership tips for our viewers? We've got a lot of students that are watching this.
Yes, absolutely. You know, the philosophy behind our teaching really is the Arbinger philosophy, and it's based on the books Leadership and Self-Deception and The Anatomy of Peace. And I can't think of 2 better books if you're trying to enhance your knowledge of leadership and really enhance your knowledge of the nonprofit world and reading those two books, Leadership and Self-Deception and The Anatomy of Peace. And basically it is the world of self-deception, and when we get ourselves in a self-deceptive behavior, we don't see the world the way that we're supposed to see it. And when I was going through this training, I thought to myself, these are my coaches, my successful coaches, really understood this principle without really knowing it. And consequently, we all cared about each other. We all worked together, and the bottom line is we were more successful than we could have ever been individually. And so it's really based on the principle of seeing people as people, or we see them as objects. And when we see people as people, and we really care about those we work with, and those we do things with, we're going to be way more successful than when we see them as objects. And so many of us look at people as objects right now, and that just gets us into trouble.
Okay, that's great advice. And is there anywhere specific our viewers can go to find your nonprofit? Do you have a website or any way that they can?
Oh, our particular nonprofit? Yes. We're just kind of developing ours. Steve's got his Forever Young Foundation, but we're both doing the same thing. I'm teaching these nonprofits basically in the Houston area, and we'll do some in Salt Lake City, and then Steve's got some in Phoenix in the Bay Area, and also joining together in Salt Lake City. But anybody can go to the Arbinger website, arbinger.com, and just see the philosophy behind all of it. But it has been so enjoyable. I think together we've put probably 100 charities through this training, and it has been absolutely fantastic. Okay,
well, I really appreciate your time sitting down and being on our show. And that doesn't.
Well, did you just have Jerry Rice on here?
Jerry Rice.
Steve Young? I mean, I'm sitting in the chair that Jerry Rice was sitting in.
Jerry Rice is sitting in the chair that you're sitting in.
There you go. I just looked at Jerry and I just thought, you know what, the greatest wide receiver in NFL history. That's Jerry Rice. And to have him be a part of this and to give his views and thoughts like that, you're a lucky man. So
both lucky. He's a great guy too, and so are you.
Thank you very much.
So I appreciate you sitting down with us, and that does it for another edition of Marriott MBA Today. We'll see you next time. All right, that's a wrap. That was great. Thank you.
You got it. I went to a function about two years ago.
Yeah.
And Jerry Rice was there, and Emmett Smith, you know Emmett Smith?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so maybe arguably the greatest receiver in NFL history and arguably the greatest running back in NFL history.
Wow.
Well, these ladies came up and said, "You're Jerry Rice. You're Emmett Smith. You guys just won Dancing with the Stars."
Oh, no.
I went, you got
there you go. That's their claim to fame now.
I'm going, you've got. Did I just hear that?
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, listen, you take care of yourself.
You too, thank you.
You're back at BYU?
Yep.
And we're...
I'm in the MBA program.
In the MBA program?
Yeah.
Okay, good for you.
So,
way to go.
Just winding up. Have about 6 months left.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
And then what do you want to do? Have you done
management consulting. I did an internship for it and accepted an offer, so I'm going to move to Gallup organization. So I'm going to move to Minneapolis.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a warm experience.
I know, right?
All right. Hey, take care of yourself. See you later.